Let's go ahead and get started in a seated position. You can sit however you're comfortable. Feel free to prop something up underneath the hips. Elevate the hips so the spine can be long. Close the eyes, let the shoulders relax, the hands rest wherever they're comfortable. And as always, just starting with a few breaths. How does it feel to be in your body today? Can you become a little more sensitive to your own breathing? Slow yourself down enough to truly listen to what's going on. Find this listening without any judgment. Paying attention to everything within you and around you. And as we move through this practice today, really practicing that art of attention. So when we bend and stretch and twist and move, comes a way to see our minds more clearly and open our hearts more deeply, embracing our true nature. Something you don't really need to think too much about, just is what's happening if you allow it. So letting go of fear, of insecurities, of judgments, of thoughts. How's it feel to just be in your body and listen? Slowly begin to tiptoe those fingertips out wide. So the fingertips are still connected with the mat. And then take a full breath in. And as you do reach the arms up overhead, the palms can face each other or touch, just trying to match that movement with breath. And then go ahead and flip the palms so they're facing out. And as you exhale, push the air away as you return the fingertips down to the mat, out by the hips. Again, a full breath. Lift in the arms. The inhale is complete when those arms are fully extended. Flip those palms as you exhale. Really feel yourself pushing the air away, feeling your arms move through space. And again, exhale on your own time. And then can you tiptoe those fingertips behind you slightly and either stay just like this or find a little bit more of a lift through the chest. The heart opens, the gaze lifts, just the front body opens. Just breathe here. And then those hands come in front of you, and just as slowly, go ahead and walk those hands out. The hips stay connected to the mat, just let the chest melt down. Go ahead and slide those hands up towards the body, roll those shoulders back. For a moment, just straighten those legs out. Keep a pretty deep bend in the knees, actually. We'll sweep the arms up overhead. And leading with the chest, bring the belly to the thighs. So if you need to deepen the bend in the knees, feel free. Just let the head roll. Slowly Slowly rolling the spine back up long. Go ahead and cross your legs the opposite way than you did at the beginning. Finding the sense of grounding. Again, tiptoe those fingertips out. This time we'll tuck the chin to the chest. And then slowly bring the right ear to the right shoulder. And exhale, chin to chest. Left ear to left shoulder, moving at your own pace. Exhale, chin to chest. One more time to the right. Back to center. And to the left. And back to center. The head comes back up to neutral and you tiptoe those hands behind you again, either staying with a long spine or lifting a little higher through the chest. Keep a nice neutral spine or a nice even back bend so everything connected, flowing nicely. And then again, those hands will come in front of us and we'll begin to walk the hands down that center line. Feel the hips disconnecting when stacked. Slide those hands up towards the body, roll the shoulders back, invite the hands to heart center, close the eyes. You feel the palms touching. Maybe those thumbs against the chest, maybe the chin tucks. Full breath in. Let it go slowly, just feel a sense of softness. Beginning to blink the eyes open, working your way onto all fours, coming to your tabletop. So here, just really focus on grounding through the hands, grounding through the feet, and bring the belly button in towards the spine. Let the shoulder blades come together. And just rock a little bit, maybe forwards and backwards, maybe you circle side to side. Just starting to warm up the wrists. If you'd like, you can take one hand and bring those fingertips facing towards you, so the back of the wrist facing forward. You can do both hands if you'd like, or maybe one at a time. Maybe not have as much movement here, as much range of motion, but you're still stretching out. After you have done both hands, bring the fingertips back facing forward, flipping the palms back. And maybe you bring the taps of the hands on the mat, just one at a time, stretching out the wrists here. Just for a few seconds each time. And then go ahead and shake the right wrist out. Shake the left wrist out. And then find some grounding through the hands again as we move into cat and cow. Breathe in, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, dome the spine, drop the head. And move in this way, every breath in, belly drops, heart lifts. Exhale, reverse. And again. Exhale. One more round on your own. After that exhale, returning to flat back. Start to bring that right arm out to the side and thread it through the space between left arm and leg. So palm can just touch where you can drop the shoulder. You can keep a bend in that left elbow or go ahead and straighten that arm out. Just a little twist to keep warming up today. Just breathe here. Again, become very sensitive to your own breathing. Regrounding through that left palm right by the face. Come up and reach that right arm out to the side and up again. And then we'll come to all fours. Shake it out a little bit if you need. And then that next inhale, left arm reaches out and up. And on the exhale, take it to the other side. Left hand through right arm and leg. Shoulder drops. And you feel a sense of surrender here. Maybe even close the eyes. Feel the breath. Grounding through that right hand, press up, left arm reaches out to the side and up. And then we come to all fours. Hands come forward just slightly. Tuck the toes, lift the feet or the knees just a few inches off the mat, finding a sense of hovering here. Notice parts of the body that activate. And then go ahead and lift the hips higher as you straighten as much as it's comfortable through the legs. Coming to downward dog. Maybe finding some pedaling through the knees, maybe staying still. Maybe you keep that bend in the knees. Just take a few rounds of breath to move in a way that feels good to move. Finding stillness when stillness feels good. And then a deep bend in both knees. Let the belly melt down towards the thighs. Keep structure in the back. And then just straighten the legs again. We'll do that again. So bending the knees, feel the heart melt a little bit more. And then straightening. One more time, we'll bend the knees, this time gaze between the hands, and then just walk your way to the top of the mat. Lifting right up to your flat back, hands to the shins or thighs, and exhale to follow all the way down. Breathe in, arms sweep overhead. Again, palms can face each other or touch. And those hands come by the sides as you settle into your first mountain pose. Can you spread a little wider through the toes? Feel a sense of grounding through the feet. Feel a sense of reaching through the crown of the head. Take a breath in and let it go. Next breath in, those arms sweep, maybe the gaze lifts. And then hands come through heart center as you soften the knees and fold. Lift halfway, flat back, finding that length. And then releasing into that fold, hanging over the legs. Maybe those knees are bent, maybe they are straight. Don't lose that connection through the feet. Feel the toes spread wide, the arches lift. And then feel release through the head, let the head hang heavy. Shake the head no and yes at your own pace. Be in your body, what do you feel? Next breath in, we'll lift halfway. And then those hands come down to the mat, step the right foot back. Coming to lunge. Hands can be on the ground or blocks if you have them. Just a few breaths here. Find a little lift through the back knee, activating through the back leg. So grounded through the left foot, toes spread wide. Can you feel the crown of the head reaching?
And then plant those hands, step it back, downward dog. Breathe in, come forward to a plank. Drop the knees and we'll lower halfway so arms line up with ribs. Holding here, untucking the toes, lower to the belly, little cobra, lift the chest. Exhale, chin taps. Press yourself up to tabletop, tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward dog. Breathe in, left leg lifts. Hips stay square to the ground, just hold here, feel that right heel sink a little bit deeper. And then curve the spine as you bring the knee to the nose, stack shoulders over the wrists, hover here. And place that foot next to the left thumb, help it up in the knee. Coming back to that lunge, a little lift with the heart. Exhale, step it forward and fold. Breathe in, sweep the arms all the way up. Exhale, mountain pose, hands by the sides. Inhale, arms sweep, lift the gaze. Soft knees, fold forward. Lift halfway, flat back. Plant the hands, step the left foot back, finding lunge. Back knee lifted, leg active, crown of the head reaching up as we ground through the right foot. And then again, plant those hands, step it back, downward dog. Full breath to bring you forward, high plank. Draw the knees, lower halfway, modified chaturanga. So arms line up with the ribs. Then we untuck the toes, lower to the belly, one cobra, lift the chest. Exhale, chin taps. Find tabletop, and then tuck the toes, lift the hips. Downward dog. Lifting through that right leg, left heel sinks deeper, hips square to the ground. And then knee to the nose, curve the spine, shoulder stack, hover here. Make space for that leg to move. And then place that right foot next to the right thumb. One breath in, lift the chest. Exhale, step it forward and fold. Breathe in, arms sweep all the way up. Exhale, mountain pose. Inhale, sweep the arms, lift the gaze. Exhale, soft knees, fold forward. Lift halfway. Again, we'll plant the hands, step the right foot back. This time we'll sweep the arms all the way up, high lunge. Similar strength through the legs here. Just the upper body is lifted. And take a bend in the elbows, spread the fingertips wide. Keep the lower ribs tucked in, just feel the heart open. The whole front body open. And then hands release down, and then all the way down to the mat. Right hand grounded. Sweep that left arm up, come into twist. And exhale, lower. Step it back, downward dog. Breathe in, ride forward, high plank. Drop the knees or lower, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. And exhale, downward dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, knee to nose. Place the foot next to the left thumb. Breathe in, sweep the arms. Hands to heart center here. Step it to the top of the mat. Straighten the legs, arms reach. Exhale, fold. Lift halfway. Plant the hands, step the left foot back. Sweep the arms up, high lunge. Holding here, settle into the legs. Soft shoulders, active fingertips. Bend the elbows again. Lower ribs tucked in, but find a lift through the heart. And then hands release down to the sides, and then all the way down to the mat as that left or right arm reaches up, coming into twist. And exhale, lower. Ground the hands, step it back, downward facing dog. Breathe in, ride, forward high plank. Exhale, vinyasa. Moving in, downward facing dog. Right leg lifts. Knee to the nose, curve the spine, find the lift. Place the foot next to the thumb. Sweeping up, high lunge. Hands to heart center. Little steps or one big one, coming to the top of the mat, arms reach. Exhale, fold forward. Lift halfway. Plant those hands, step both feet back to plank. Chaturanga. Vinyasa on your own. Feel your body move. And then feel a sense of stillness and downward dog. Next breath in, right leg lifts. Again, knee to the nose, place that foot next to the right thumb. Back heel lifted, arms sweep, high lunge. Exhale, bend the elbows. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, warrior two. Straighten the front leg, arms reach. Warrior two, and then find stillness here. Rounding through the feet, reaching through the fingertips, crown of the head extends. And as you expand through every limb of your body, can you find a sense of softness in the skin? Maybe even close your eyes, surrender to your breath. Flip the front palm, exhale, reverse. Next breath out, hands come all the way down, back heel spins up, second twist here. Reach that right arm up, left hand stays grounded. Feel a stacking of the shoulders, that reach of the fingertips. And then go ahead and drop the back knee. Lift up so that right hand's gonna slide down the back leg and the left arm reaches up. That doesn't feel right, but we're gonna do it anyway. Hands come all the way down, straighten that front leg, and fold. Let's go ahead and bend that knee, ground the hands, tuck the toe, lift the knee. Three-legged dog, right leg lifts. This time you can stack the right hip on top of left, maybe bending into that knee. Straighten the leg, square off the hip, lower downward dog. Ride forward high plank. Take your vinyasa. Move with your breath. Left leg lifts. Knee to the nose, place the foot next to the left thumb. Back heel lifted, arms sweep. Exhale, bend the elbows. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, warrior two. Straighten the front leg, arms reach. Exhale, warrior two. Hold here. Playing around with movement and with stillness. With strength and with softness. With the front palm, exhale, reverse. And next, breath out, hands come all the way down, back heel spins up, left arm reaches. Twist it out. Drop the back knee, lift up, maybe that hand slides down the back leg, that arm reaches, don't like this, but we did it on the other side. Both hands come down, straighten the front leg and fold. And let's bend that knee, hands ground down, back toe tucks as the knee lifts, hinge back, three-legged dog. Maybe from here you stack left hip, maybe bending into that knee, grounding equally through the hands. And we'll straighten and square off the hip and then lower downward dog. Full breath to ride forward to your plank. Take your vinyasa of choice. Better to hold strength and modify than to lose strength and do something different. Breathe here in downward dog. Feel every part of your body working. And bend into the knees, bring the gaze between the hands, little steps top of the mat. Lift halfway, exhale, fold. Heel toe feet together, if that's comfortable as you bend the knees, sink deep. And just stay here for a moment, feel that strength in the legs, grounding through the feet. And then we'll sweep the arms up, chair pose. Bring the hands to heart center. Take a twist to the right. Stay upright with hands together or extend in or take that twist elbow to knee. Take a peek down at the knees. Make sure one doesn't pop in front of the other. Realign the knees and hips if you need and then deepen through the twist. Let's slowly step the left foot back to lunge. Readjust into this twist. We'll lift all the way up, high lunge. Exhale, bend the elbows, goalpost arms. Inhale, lift. Exhale, warrior two. Straighten the front leg. This time, arm pulls forward. And we come into triangle. Not worrying at all about where that hand is along the leg. Focus on this feeling in the upper body. So again, as you extend through every limb, can you feel a sense of softness and surrender? Feeling strength and surrender at once. Breathe in, lift up, warrior two. Exhale, both hands down to the mat, back heel spins up. Step it back, three-legged dog. Right leg lifts. Come forward to a three-legged plank. Let that right foot hover. How does it feel? Where do you need to adjust here to keep strength? And can you lift back up, three-legged dog? Again, come forward, three-legged plank. And lift. Come forward and hold. Let go of anything you're holding onto. Be in your body. Take your vinyasa with that foot or not. Meeting and downward facing. Use downward dog as a chance to breathe and connect. And then bending those knees, gaze between the hands, coming to the top of the mat. Lift halfway, flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees deeply, ground the feet. Belly baby still on the thighs here. Just find that strength in the legs. And then sweep up without lessening that deep bend. Hands to heart center. Take your twist to the other side, whatever you did on the other side. Keeping alignment in knees and hips. Feeling yourself breathe into this twist. Left foot carries the weight as we step the right foot back to lunge. Breathe in, come back to high lunge, arms reach, grounded through the foot. Bend into the elbows, lift the chest. Inhale, lift all the way up. Exhale, warrior two. Back heel spins down, straighten that front leg. Ease into triangle pose here, left arm pulls forward. Where do you need strength? Where do you need surrender? Slowly lifting up, warrior two. Exhale, both hands down, back heel spins up, step it back, three-legged dog, left leg lifts. Come forward, three-legged plank, hold here. Modify if you need, maybe that left leg doesn't hold up and you just focus on plank. And we'll lift three-legged dog. Again, come forward, three-legged plank, holding. Lifting three-legged dog. Come through, hold here, find your breath. You can take your vinyasa with left leg lifted where the toes can tap. You can maybe drop the knees. Move with the rhythm of your breath. We'll bend into those knees, gaze between the hands, step it up, top of the mat. Lift halfway. Exhale, fold deep. Breathe in, sweep the arms all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Release the hands by the sides if you'd like. Maybe they stay or come to the hips. As we find warrior three, left foot extends back. Be mindful of the hips as always. Let them stay facing forward, facing the ground, even if it means we're not lifting as high. Self-adjustments are good. Hands on the hips helps to notice anything. And then breathe. Feel your right foot grounded and connected. That left heel reaching back. Little bend in that right knee, left toes land behind you. Sweep the arms up. Bring the hands down to the mat. Heel toe that right foot over to the left side of your mat and drop that right knee. Dropping the back knee and untucking the toe, setting up for pigeon. If you'd like to take this recline, feel free. Right ankle crossing over that left knee. Now, if you usually just really quickly dive down onto the forearms, maybe play around with staying upright for a little while. If you're usually upright, maybe see how it feels to come down to the forearms. So deeper isn't always better. Comfort zones are good, but sometimes you need to break them. Stay in the flow of the present moment. Being, again, really sensitive to your own breathing. Slow down enough to really listen to what's going on. If you've lowered, go ahead and come up onto the hands. Find that lift of the heart first. And tuck the back toe, lift the knee, hinge your way back, maybe to downward dog, tabletop, three-legged dog, child's pose, shake it out, walk it out. Move however you need to move. If that means taking a vinyasa, it is your choice to do so. And we'll all take a bend in the knees, bring the gaze between the hands, step it to the top of the mat. Lifting flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms sweep all the way up. Hands to heart center, ground through the left foot. Let's all bring the hands to the hips here to really feel how our bodies move. So start to extend that right foot back. Find strength through that leg first. Notice if we jump into the belly, keep it tight. And then maybe begin to lift and hinge. Feel this right hip specifically. If you like to release your hands to another variation, go for it. And then a soft bend in the left knee. Let the right toes land behind you. Arms sweep, high lunge. Slowly, hands come down to the mat. Heel toe left foot over towards the right side of the mat as the left knee draws. Maybe that heel comes closer into the body. Setting up for your pigeon on the other side. So hips again, better off facing the ground so we don't strain the back. So if you need something underneath that left hip, prop it up. And again, notice your tendencies. Are you moving into a variation because it's what your body needs, or because it's out of habit, or because we're shying away from somewhere where we need a little work in the body? And all those things are okay, if that's what you truly need. But it's just that learning of why. Why are you making the choices that you are? Where is it coming from, that decision? And just surrender to the breath. Can you get in touch with that balance of strength and surrender in every posture that you take? And can you take that same learning off your mat? You need both. Strength and surrender are both equally important. Slowly come up onto your hands if you have lowered, and for a moment, just feel that lift. And then we'll tap the toe, lift the knee, hinge back, maybe downward dog, tabletop, three-legged dog, walk it out, shake it out, move how you need to move. And then we'll all settle into a child's pose with the knees wide, sitting back towards the heels. Just let the chest melt down. Walk the hands over to the right side, keep the hips grounded, and just feel the left side body opening. All of that space, all of that presence coming into the left side of the body. And start to bring those fingertips back through center and over to the left side. Same thing, can you be super present in the right side of your body? Feeling even the most subtle sensation. And bring it back to center. And slowly come up tabletop, knees underneath the hips. Just a few rounds of cat and cow. Slow breath. How slowly can you move, and what do you feel when you really slow down? After your next exhale, just come all the way seated, however you'd like to get there. Keep a bend in the knees, feet on the mat. And bring the hands slightly behind you, lifting the heart, finding a nice long spine, engage the core. And then just start to lift the feet off the mat, maybe pointing the toes, maybe flexing. And just hold here. Notice if you're in a rush to move to the next variation. Notice if your body is telling you it can't do something. Let it all go. If you'd like, you can release the hands by the sides, maybe underneath the knees. Notice anything that changes in the back. Notice if you're holding the breath. Just observing everything that your body is experiencing. And then as slowly as you can, lower all the way down to the back. And just feel everything soften. Like your body is melting. Taking a full breath. And letting it go. Bring that right knee into the chest. And either stay here, hugging this right knee in, or find a half happy baby. So right arm on the inside of the leg, taking hold of the ankle or the foot. If you'd like to bend into that left knee for support here, feel free. And again, happy baby, or just hugging that right knee into chest. And release any hold that you have. Straighten that left leg if it's bent, and then we'll use the left knee to guide that, or the left hand to guide the right knee across the body, coming into a spinal twist. Maybe that right arm extends out by the side. Maybe you take a bend in the elbow. Maybe it rests on the body. Can you close your eyes and feel a sense of softening? And here, maybe it takes strength to surrender. Slowly bring that right knee back into center, and we'll just move this right knee in little circles, a few times one way, and a few times the other. And then go ahead and extend that right leg straight up. And as slowly as you can, leading with the heel, just lower it down to the mat. Again, if you need to bend into the left knee for support, feel free. And as it starts to get harder, as that leg becomes heavier, can you slow down even more and notice everything that the body goes through here. And once the heel finally does reach that mat, just feel that deep release through the whole body. Hugging that left knee into chest when you're ready. And either stay or finding that half happy baby on the other side. Again, if you want to bend that right knee here, feel free. Releasing that hold, knee comes back in towards the chest, maybe knee tracks over the hip as you use the right hand to guide that left knee across the body. Taking your twist to the other side. It's a very twisty practice today. What are you cleansing your body of? Left knee starts to come back into center. Left hand to the left knee as you move that knee in little circles a few times one way, a few times the other. Releasing that left leg straight up, and again, as slowly as you can, lowering. Feeling when it gets tough and when you want to just quit and keep going. Find that strength, mental strength. Once the heel does reach the mat, just feel that deep release. And we'll take a bend in both knees. This time, bring the feet as wide as the mat. The knees come together. Take a goalpost arm. So still opening through the heart here, even though we are reclined. Feel the low back release. Close the eyes. And really slowly start to drop the knees to the right side. And as you do, let the gaze drop left. And then coming back through center, take it to the other side, knees left, gaze right. And just move a few times back and forth like this. One more time on each side. And once everything is back in center, we'll bring the feet back in toward one another. And here, let the knees fall out to either side. Bottoms of the feet come to touch. One hand to the chest, one hand to the belly. Close the eyes. Don't try and change anything. Just feel. Again, slowing down so much that we really have space to listen. Take a full breath in. Super slow release. Slowly, knees come back and toward one another. And one by one, go ahead and extend those legs straight out on the mat. Wiggle around if you need to. Set yourself up for comfort here. And eventually, eyes close, whole body relaxes. Notice how little effort is needed to keep the eyes closed, to keep the body still, to let the body release, be relaxed. For the next few minutes, just rest in this place. Feeling whatever you feel, thinking whatever you're thinking, but always just coming back to the breath. Back to the body, back to this permission to let yourself relax. Little by little, just start to allow the breath to be deeper. Changing nothing else. Just reconnecting with the breath. Little by little, start to move the body. Fingers, toes, rocking the head. Just feel each movement that you make. Eventually bend into both knees and just pause here, feet on the ground. And gently just falling to the right side.
And propping yourself up to a seated position, allowing the eyes to remain closed. And bringing the hands to heart center. Taking one last breath in. And out. And I thank you for sharing your practice with me today. And happy Mother's Day to everyone. Namaste.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Tori. Happy Mother's Day.
Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
You too.
Thank you. See ya.
Thank you. See you later. It's always me and you, Dana. See ya.